Unhinged Wonders. We are your hosts, Daisy,
And Chrysanthemum.
and this is Take 3, where one trio talks, reacts, streams, geeks out.
And collectively, have a mental breakdown. Today's subject is Supernatural, presented to the Council of Christians by Daisy. Give us your case, Daisy. Why are we the Cretans consuming the media today?
Alright, so before we get into that, we would like to excuse Peony. This this is one of the many re-records that we needed to do, and she has
Oof.
opted out of doing the re-record with us. And I do not fault her for that. um Okay, so about February, I think, of February of this year, I started watching this show. And as of this recording, I have since finished season 7. So, I'm very deep into this
Dang.
show. Um, I am very emotionally wrecked and emotionally dead inside because of it. Um, this show has been an emotional roller coaster, has messed with my moral scale when it comes to fiction, more than any piece of media has, and has gotten to the point where I can watch an episode full of gruesome death and call it cute. I
She
am,
was mere baby before this.
yes, I am not okay. But let's do this. Alrighty. Alright, let's meet our main cast. We got Dean, the typical older brother with some added trauma and possible daddy issues, as well as the brawn of the operation. Sam, the younger brother, has a slightly different trauma, slightly different daddy issues, and he is the brain of the operation, as well as a weird type of special that we get into more with the later seasons. John Winchester, a dad who, although he tries his best, sucks butt and nobody likes him. And finally, we have Meg. We'll learn more about her later, so let's just move on for now. Alright, our boys hunt the supernatural, obviously, which means we get to learn about how to kill slash harm things. These are more popular methods, but depending on the problem, more specific methods may exist. Fire seems to work for everything. If it's a ghost or a spirit, salt and burn the bones. If there's no bones to be burned, you want to look for something that might have some of the deceased's DNA on it. There was an episode where they had to burn a tree to get rid of a pagan spirit. I don't remember exactly the tie with that, but it was very fun. It was a very fun episode. Um, Not just silver bullets, but anything silver. In this season, it's used against a shapeshifter and I think another creature, but I forgot which one it was. Salt is another good weapon. It can be used like holy water in the sense that it causes pain to demons, and ghosts can't cross a solid line of it. The boys use salt circles a lot, and though rock salt gets named specifically a few times, they've used multiple types of salt, so I don't really think it matters. I think at some point, I don't, I'm trying to remember. I think at some point they used like kosher salt or something. It doesn't matter what type of salt as long as it's salt.
Mm, yeah.
Um, Another good one against ghosts is pure iron. Ghosts can't cross it, and you can swing it at a ghost to hold them off while you burn its remaining DNA. We don't actually use iron all that much in the later seasons, but around the beginning, like seasons 1 to 4, it gets used pretty often. Um, in SBN canon, stakes to the heart don't kill vampires. We learn in later seasons, though, that a similar thing works on zombies, but we don't have to worry about that right now. In SBN, you have to cut off the vampire's head. You can also feed or inject them with the blood of a dead man, and while we don't see it used to kill a vampire, we're told it acts like a poison, and the boys kind of use it to get the vampires weak and to a point where they can get close and cut off the head safely.
So it doesn't kill them, but it gets them weak.
Yeah, you could almost. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of a drug or something, or like a poison or something that doesn't kill you but gets you very weak. Yeah, it works kind of like
Think
that.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's toxic. I think that's a better word for them. It's toxic to vampires, the blood of a dead man.
Love.
Yep. And then we don't deal with too many demons in this season until near the end, but exorcisms become a very big thing very quickly in the show, so I thought we could just get it out of the way now. Finally, we have the Colt. It is a special gun made in the Wild West days, if I remember correctly. And I did at some point in season 6 or 7. We get more information about the Colt, and it was Wild West days. That can kill anything. This also becomes a big deal in later seasons, so we'll talk about it a little more when we get to those. Alrighty,
Very nice.
time for a timeline. Yay!
Yeah.
Alright. John goes missing because, as we find out later, he got a lead on the demon that killed the boys' mother. Very tragic. Uh, Dean Dean goes to Stanford.
Very tragic.
Very tragic. A lot of people die in this series. It's just like, oh, cool, someone else has died. Oh well, move on. Dean goes to Stanford, where Sam attends college after quitting the hunting business. Dean recruits him to help with the case, and when they come back, Sam's girlfriend has died at the hands of the same demon that killed their mom. How traumatizing. You can tell I've processed this already because I'm just done with this. And they keep bringing it up in later seasons. They keep bringing up the death of Sam's girlfriend, and at this point, it's kind of annoying. Because it was like 7 seasons ago. We already know that this happened. We already know that it sucked for Sam. You can stop bringing it up now. He has other things to worry about and be traumatized over. We don't need to keep
Well,
bringing up Jess.
maybe, but is it? Because
Hmm.
I've heard arguments for like if a character dies earlier in the story, um, like them continuing to bring it up is like it helps you realize how impactful the death was.
That's
Or
true.
does it seem like written weird? Like,
Um, it
does it just bug you because you're silly?
it kind of depends on the situation. There's some episodes where like for some reason the boys are like reliving their traumas for some shape or form or for whatever reason, and I'm fine with it being brought up then because they're reliving all their traumas. But then there are some episodes where it's just like, and as the seasons have been going on, they've been getting few and further between. But there's some season where it's just like a one-liner like just thrown in there because Sam's being depressed, and it's like, oh, let's add this to his depression. It's like he's being depressed over things that are bigger than the death of a girlfriend he had in college. Like in comparison to everything else Sam has to be depressed over at later points in the series, the death of Jess doesn't really seem to compare well, and so it feels weird that we just throw that in.
Dang. I guess we'll have to see what happens.
Yep. Um, the early and middle of this season is mostly just the boys using their dad's journal to take care of cases their dad was working on while also trying to find him. So we kind of just gloss over all of that. Q Meg. At first, she seems like a normal girl who Sam runs into a couple times while he and Dean are going on their separate ways because of various fights that they have throughout the season. Um,
Okay.
Later on down the line, we meet a kid who's a similar yet different type of specialist, Sam. Sam has been having visions of sorts about things before they happen. They always come with a bad headache bordering on migraine level and always revolve around the death of someone because we love that. Um, This kid has telekinesis and is using it to kill his abusive family. Good for him. I think I don't remember enough about this episode to really care. Um, Turns out Meg's a demon. Or rather, it's a demon possessing a girl named Meg Masters. We also learn that she, the demon, not Masters, is the child of a demon who, in the demon's own words, is older than Christ. I remember the first time we sat down to record this, there was a little bit of discussion on what he meant by older than Christ. I think what we kind of established there was that he old meant that he was around before Christ came to the earth.
That's what makes sense. I could see
Yeah.
them being like edgy, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was the kind of like resolve that we come to because he doesn't really give us any more on that other than that for like a timeline of how old he is. But
Yeah.
who cares? He's a demon. We don't care about them. Actually, that's why we kind of care about them. That's a later season.
Kind of the
That's
point.
that's a later season's issue. We're not going to talk about that right now. Um, the boys kill Meg. We're all good. We meet the Ghost Facers. They're idiots and amateurs and become kind of competent when we meet them again in season 3, so we won't spend too much time on them. We learn about the cult while hunting some vampires. John shows up, helps them out, then disappears with the gun, because of course he does. And then the main plot of the season starts moving. Meg's still alive and uses the boys to get John and the cult. Meg dies again. We keep on moving. Except psych because Meg's still alive because screw the Winchesters, I guess. The boys trap her in the house of their friend Bobby, who also becomes more important in later seasons. They exorcise her, and Masters dies, because without the demon possessing her, the previous 2 times the boys tried to kill her finally take effect on the body. I think she was like thrown
Mm.
out a window at some point. I think she was like run over or stabbed with something. So all those
God.
injuries have kind of caught up to Meg Masters' body and is like, okay, finally we can kill this person, which is kind of sad.
So was she kind of like a zombie until the spirit left and then the body died? Is that kind
Not
of what happened?
not really. So I'm gonna try to remember most of this exorcism scene. So the boys trap Meg in Bobby's house. As the boys are like trying to exorcise her, Meg herself says that without her possessing the body, when Masters when Masters regains consciousness, like takes back over her body, then there's nothing left to keep her alive, so she'll die because of the injuries. So like Masters is like stuck in her head while the demon is possessing her. And so she can like
Oh,
see and hear and feel everything, but
oh yikes.
yeah, and the demon is the one keeping her body alive as it's being thrown out of windows, run over by cars, or stabbed, or whatever else happened to her. So without the demon in the body keeping it alive, then once Meg takes back over, she's just dead. Like they don't even have enough time to get her to a hospital. They exorcise the demon, Masters collapses and then dies like a minute later after telling the boys like more information on whatever they needed that episode. I can't exactly remember.
Yikes. That's
Yeah,
pleasant.
we love that.
Oh man.
Da 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 da. Then we have uh and Dean starts dying, and we move into season 2. Dean dying is pretty important, especially at the start of season 2. So I think,
That's one of the main characters.
yeah,
Pretty important.
yeah, and I think I explain it at the beginning of season 2. I'll have to look at my script again.
We'll see.
Um, but yes. So my notes for The earlier seasons aren't all that detailed, which is why this slideshow is so small and lacking. But I have two audio clips here of my reaction from episode 10 and the finale that I think kind of give a look into how innocent I was as to what was really going down in this show. So,
Man, I'm excited. I
yeah,
want to hear baby Daisy.
so we'll see how this goes. Hello everybody. We got
Yay!
we got the technical issues figured out. Um so yes, let's watch this video.
Yay!
Yay! Okay, so I'm watching Supernatural, right?
You
And
sound like
it's
a
a horror
baby.
show. And I'm on, I think this is like episode, what episode is this? I'm on episode 10. Um, and Dean just told a girl.
Pay attention. When someone says a place is haunted, don't go in.
So he's telling her to follow basic horror movie rules. But you forget, Dean, another classic horror movie rule is you don't split up. Just before, in the scene just before he told the girl follow this rule, Sam, and the girl split up. So you're telling her to follow horror movie rules, but then not following them yourself. And what makes it worse is they reconvened, because they found the boyfriend that they were looking for. They reconvened as a group. Then Dean went off to go check something and sent Sam with the boyfriend and girlfriend to go leave. And then, just now, Sam left the couple and went to go find Dean because he got a phone call. It's like you're telling these people to follow the rules, but then not following them yourselves, and you wonder why your life is so messed up. These boys are idiots, but you can't help but love them. Like, I realize they're breaking, like, the first rule anyway, like, with their whole career, like, they don't go in a place that's haunted when they're actively going into places that's haunted, but, like, that's their job. So, like, they can get away with breaking the first rule, don't go in a place that's haunted, but they should know not to break rule two, don't split up. Oh my gosh. So, I just finished season 1 of Supernatural. That was a very good season finale. It ended on a cliffhanger, perfect setup for season 2. We love that. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to hate or be okay with John Winchester. I'm still not sure. He's a good character. He's a good character. But as a person and as a father, okay, as a father, he's questionable. As a person, he's questionable. He's a hunter. But, like, good character writing. Good character writing with John Winchester. The boys were being the lovable idiots that they are, but they've actually been playing it smart the last few episodes. But, yeah, I can't wait for... I'm probably going to start season 2 tomorrow. I just wish I could skip to season 4. Because that's when Castiel shows up, and from the clips I've seen on YouTube, he's just an adorable, innocent being. But I have to watch season 2 and 3 first, so we'll see how quickly I can get through those. And
Adorable.
yes, and that is Supernatural season 1. And the beginning of this show slowly turning me insane and confused as to why I even allowed myself to go through with this ridiculousness. Questions, comments, concerns for my sanity?
Always, but I don't know if there's anything to add. Um, I will probably point this out like every time we record, but I do love how you set up the slideshows, how it like matches colors to the theme here, right here.
Yeah, it
It's
takes me
very
a
cute,
lot.
very well.
Yeah, it takes me a lot longer than it probably should to get all the backgrounds to get to the right color.
It's worth it. Worth
It
it. You
is.
did well.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be very exciting to see what it's like to see the season 4 slideshow because baby Daisy was very much looking forward to it.
I can say without a shadow of a doubt that season 4 is very much me. Okay, there's not a lot of me fangirling, but I make it very obvious, like as soon as we get started, that that season 4 was my favorite season purely because we met Castiel.
Valid.
Yeah, and I can say
That's
this as
hilarious.
like a little teaser for the for seasons 2, 3, and 4. You can kind of see with like the quality of the slideshow and how much I have in each slideshow that I was slowly getting more like into this and more consumed. And then I already have the slideshows for season 5, 6, and 7 prepped. And as soon
Oh
as
wow.
season at season 5 you can kind of start to see that like I'm like falling into why am I still here? And then season 6 and 7 is very obviously, can we just get on with this, please? Like, I'm done. I just need to finish this. But
That is hilarious.
yes, I've not started season 8 yet, so hopefully season 8 will rejuvenate my vigor for this show. But season 6 and 7, man, were kind of honestly probably two of the most boring seasons so far. At least season 7 was. Season 6 was still kinda good.
Straight up, we should do a ranking video once we're all the way through.
We should. There's 15 seasons of this show.
No, in 15 years, when we're done, we can do the ranking video.
uh, yeah. To be honest, though, I'm getting through watching the seasons pretty quickly. It just takes me a while to get the slideshows and the script prepared because I tend to like go back and rewatch or have to like look up the fan wikis for each episode to remind me when all went down.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I think that'll do it for today.
Go drink some water, kids,
Go finish the responsibilities you're procrastinating.
and we'll see you around. Bye.
Bye.
Carry on my wayward son.